I need tomorrow's schedule.
I'm sorry. I'll do it now. I'll have it on your desk in half an hour, okay?
What are you doing? Is this the RCW webpage?
I'm emailing everyone I know. Maybe someone has seen Laura or knows how that picture got on the internet.
That's a great idea.
I thought about what you said about getting the word out. And, well, I thought this way is a little quieter than broadcasting it on air.
That's great. Did you get any hits?
Nothing. And last time I spoke to Brooke, she hadn't heard anything either, and I just hate calling her over and over again.
Well, you know, maybe Laura just needs a little time.
I know Laura. She's on the run. But where did she go? It's
frustrating. But, you know, you really amaze me.
I'm not doing anything amazing, Liza. In fact, this is getting me nowhere. Hey, do you think Uncle Adam could maybe hire an investigator? You know, he has a lot of influence. Maybe he can make a few calls.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding. After this? You're better off without her, kid. Thank God she ran away.
I thought we'd come to an understanding about Laura.
I understand Laura perfectly. I always have.
Adam.
You remember the last time you badmouthed Laura?
Don't threaten me, Scott. I'm a bridge you don't want to burn.
Well, I don't need you.
Well, then, rein in your hormones for a moment and listen to reason. No, better yet, look at this. This'll tell you everything you need to know about that.
Yeah, well, she was a kid when these were taken.
A frighteningly precocious one.
Yeah, she was used.
She was paid.
Adam, stop it.
The stark, naked truth is staring him in the face, and he still doesn't see it.
You don't know anything about Laura. You don't know her. You didn't see where she grew up. And it's a miracle she made it out of there at all, especially after her mom died. She was all alone.
All right, maybe she had tragedy in her life. We have all had tragedy in our lives. She and we make our choices. Laura made hers. That's life.
That's enough. Really.
You're lucky she didn't drag you down with her.
Oh, I'm out of here.
You're a young man with a bright future, Scott. You're a Chandler. And if you're going to take your place at the head of this family one day, you're going to need a woman of stature by your side, and not some scandal sheet pin-up.
That's great. A Chandler. Well, I didn't ask to be a Chandler, and I don't give a damn about being the heir apparent.
Oh, fine, you're going to throw that all away to save this little...
Adam, stop it! Please. Can't you just try to understand what he's feeling? Put yourself in his place.
If I were in his place, I would feel like a damn fool.
Scott and Laura have been together for a long time. He can't just flip a switch and then not care about her. I think that you would find that difficult, too.
Sometimes it's necessary to distance ourselves from a losing proposition, Liza. I know it sounds harsh, but there comes a time when you have to save yourself.
Adam, we all make mistakes. Shall we recite our sins? Laura was a good kid. She was just trying to get out. She didn't take the picture. She didn't distribute the picture. She was a victim of a sleazy opportunist. If you want to rant and rave, that's who you should be ranting and raving about.
You're doing just fine.
Adam, she had to get out. She got out. She turned her life around, admirably, I might add. And then we're supposed to forget all about it? That's not fair. She shouldn't be left hung out to dry.
Thank you, Liza.
You don't have to thank me.
Scott, I know this has been hard on you, and I don't want to make it any harder. But the fact remains, I still don't think she's the right woman for you.
I'm going home. If you need me, you can email me there.
Personally, I admire his devotion.
And I admire yours. I guess Scott identifies with Laura. They both lost their mothers. Their fathers abandoned them. Was that really too harsh?
8 out of 10. It's just progress. I know how protective you are of your family.
It's the letting go. That's the part that troubles me. Maybe it's because I never really raised a child of my own. I don't know how to let go of something that I never really had. And I used to think a long time ago that if I could just get that promotion, that be the CEO, build that building, sit on that board, buy that corporation, that I'd have it all. Power, money, respectability. That's what I really wanted.
You got it.
Somebody once said, it's not where you are at the end of the journey, but how you made the trip.
What do you do with a mansion that has too many rooms? You fill it full of furniture and you try not to notice.
Yeah. Before long, you see the emptiness. You have filled the house with your energy and your vision. And your blasted mother.
Oh, let's not forget Haley and Janet and Sky and Erica.
Oh. Yeah, well, I did put up a fuss, but I must admit it was very nice having my two daughters under the same roof with me. Even though it was trying.
To say the least.
Maybe that's why, when I realized you were carrying my child, I was so overjoyed, it scared me. It did. I was terrified. How could I possibly invest my caring? When I didn't think it was possible, you felt the same way.
Stuart told me that you were afraid.
Stuart knows me too well.
I was afraid, too.
You were?
I was afraid that you wanted the baby, but you didn't want me.
Oh, no. That wasn't so. We haven't really talked about her.
Well, I don't really know what to say. Touchy-feely really isn't our style, Adam.
But I think we should try. I know you're in a great deal of pain, Liza. I am.
I don't really know what to say. I don't think it was meant to be.
I'm sorry, Liza.
I'm sorry, too. I know how hurt you are.
Well, I'll leave you here to do whatever work you have to do.
Adam? I wish you could have met my dad.
Yeah, so do I. He did a great job with you.
Oh. Despite my mother's influences?
You said that, I didn't.
Yeah, I did. He wasn't a mover and a shaker like you, but he probably worked just as many hours, and he traveled a lot, too. He's like a salesman. He used to stand up in the community, too, and sort of raise his fist every now and then. He was a family man. He did it all for his family. Just like you. It's been a long time since you've had a family. It's too bad. I'm sorry.
You give me family, Liza. And I don't mean just because of the baby that we almost had. I mean, When I look at my life, when I look at my future, I can't think of anything that would make me happier or make me feel more complete than having you with me. You're the only family I need.
Good time.
Well, the lights were with us.
I'm sorry to pull you away from holidays.
No problem. We got somebody to cover for us.
Listen, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm hanging in.
Well, I mean, your message kind of sounded urgent.
Well, Adam asked that everybody come here ASAP.
The Adam doesn't do requests. He commands.
So what's on the agenda?
Your guess is as good as mine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I wonder how many people he's expecting.
Hey.
Hi, am I the last to arrive? Thank you.
I don't know. We're not privy to the guest list.
Liza, does this party have a theme?
I think, we're all in the Trans-Global case.
Well, we need Brooke and Edmund here to make it a quorum.
I couldn't reach Edmund, and Brooke had to beg off for personal reasons.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Trevor filled us in. So
I
where's
hope we haven't kept you waiting. Belinda,
Adam?
thank you,
Hi.
sweetheart.
Mwah.
Mateo, thank you for coming at such short notice. Would you like some coffee?
Coffee we can do at holidays. What's going on?
Why don't you sit down? Make yourselves comfortable. Please.
Adam, I assume that this has something to do with Corview's malfeasance as it relates to the crash of 149?
Yeah, and Liza's commuter flight from hell.
Yes, you assume correctly.
Good, because we're ready to nail Miles Christopher, what he's done to your family and what he's done to mine.
Senseless tragedies. My first reaction, frankly, was to run away. I wanted Liza to go with me on a world cruise, first-class accommodations, which would have made me a first-class fraud. Running away is pointless. The people we've lost will never know peace, nor will we, until we put a human face on our suffering, and thus begin the healing process. That's why I've asked you here tonight.
Mr. Christopher's presence makes my client uncomfortable at best.
I'm telling you right now, I have nothing to say to him.
Any contact should really be confined to the courtroom.
It's my hope we can settle this out of court.
I don't negotiate with baby killers.
You're not giving this a chance, Mateo.
A chance for what? To let Corvey off the hook?
Why can't you just listen to what Mr. Christopher has to say?
I will. He'll have his day in court.
What is it you want?
I want justice for my sister. I want safe skies, nice, happy, smooth landings for everyone.
That's what we all want. I think we can accomplish that. And if we can ease the suffering, which I think is possible, why not listen?
Marathon talks will accomplish nothing but easing his guilty conscience. We're ready to take this all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to.
You are going to be collecting Medicare before you see 1 red cent from that settlement.
This is not about money.
No, it's not about money. It's about the quality of life. Your lives, Rose's, your mother's, Madeline's. Major corporations have the wherewithal to carry on litigation for years and years. The wheels of justice grind very slowly, Mateo. And who gets ground up in the process?
I'll be damned if I sit here and drink your coffee while this guy pays lip service to orphan kids and lost lives. I'm not going to do it.
Mateo, before you dismiss Adam, maybe you should try to see what he's trying to solve here. I lost a child, but you lost your sister. Nothing's gonna bring her back. Maybe Mr. Christopher can offer us something to make peace with our losses.
You don't believe that, do you?
I want to believe something. I've tried praying. I've tried pinning this emptiness on the bad guys and this anger. But what if there aren't any bad guys? What if they're just human beings and they make mistakes and they pay for those mistakes in their own hell day after day?
Speaking from a legal standpoint, I really believe...
Please, can we just forget the law for just a moment, Belinda? And remember who we are here. We're people. We are people who have suffered incredible losses. Why carve ourselves up inside a courtroom, sustain years of legal maneuvering, when we can solve our differences with humanity and compassion?
Please. If you just hear what I have to say, hopefully I can leave you all in peace.
Sole concern is to get this matter settled and put it behind us. Damn it. The money, I'll underwrite anything. As long as we can put this nightmare behind us.
As far as Corview's liability is concerned, the buck stops with me, Adam.
I'll match you dollar for dollar.
Why hold yourself accountable? Transglobal's operations come under my purview. All out-of-pocket expenses will be covered by our assets and our insurance.
I've never regretted keeping you on as CEO of Corview, Miles. You've handled this crisis with incredible aplomb. And managed diplomatically to keep my name out of it. Don't think I'm not grateful. Well, time to go out and see which way the wind is blowing.
Belinda, you know my husband. He's not a forgiving man, but if he can find it within him to accept Miles's proposal and let us get on with our lives...
Yes, Liza, I know. We all need to move on. But at a pace determined by us, not a conglomerate that's itching to settle quickly and quietly.
Miles seemed very sincere.
Yes, he did. But I guess that's why he gets the big bucks.
What would be in this for Adam? I mean, if Transglobal had its foot in the door and was pressuring him with sales or something, then the bells would be ringing. But this is Adam, take no prisoners, Chandler. And if he can find it in his heart to compromise, maybe we should trust his instincts.
Thank you. Your trust is well placed. We must put the past where it belongs, behind us, so we can move forward. I want this to be over. So that when the time is right, you and I can focus on the son or daughter waiting to be born to us. Excuse me? Where's Mateo?
He, phoned Edmund to get his take on Miles' generous offer.
Oh, I hope you can convince him to do the right thing.
Mateo is capable of forming his own conclusions.
Oh, I know. No doubt. I've always admired his independent spirit. He holds his beliefs with great passion.
But
passion is fine in its place. But cooler heads have to prevail if we're going to achieve compromise.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure compromise is in Mateo's vocabulary.
Then you must help him see that there is some middle ground between all or nothing. Mateo can spend the next 10 years of his life lobbing pebbles at corporate giants. Or he can make Maria's death mean something.
I'll talk to him. But ultimately, it's his call. It was his sister that went over that cliff.
How we deal with adversity defines us. Liza and I want to get past this tragedy and go on with our lives. And I want the same for you and Mateo.
Adam's last stand, huh?
He wants me to make you see the light.
I can see just fine.
What did Edmund say?
He gives me his blessing and his proxy.
Well, you've all had a chance to consider Miles' proposal. Have you reached a meeting of the minds?
I think you should give us 5 minutes to caucus, and then bring Miles in. We'll give him our decision.
Have they reached a consensus?
Not yet. 5 more minutes.
Any idea how it might go?
My son-in-law is the stumbling block.
Yes, he's quite a tenacious young man, isn't he?
Let Haley make him see the light. There's no point in holding on to the past.
Unless that's all you have to hold on to. What about your wife?
She feels as I do.
And those not present?
Well, Brooke is busy putting out fires Laura lit with some revealing photos. Edmund is totally consumed with his child custody problem.
And that leaves Jim Thomason.
He's a wild card. I have no idea who the man is.
Well, it seems as if he and Miss English are quite close.
I wouldn't know. Brooke and I have lost touch. If Mateo and the others sue Transglobal, Corview's records will be subpoenaed and gone over with a fine-tooth comb, and the paper trail will lead inevitably to me.
And as its owner, if and when a judgment is settled against Corview, you will be responsible. Could mean financial ruin.
I don't care about money. This has never been about dollars and cents.
No. You'd lose what you value most, wouldn't you, Adam? Those people out there. Liza, Haley, your family. Those people that you love the most.
What? This is it. Have you reached a consensus?
We have.
Well, let's have it.
You were right about one thing, Mr. Christopher. No amount of money can compensate for my sister's suffering. A hospital wing is no substitute for mother's love. A scholarship to commemorate a life that never breathed life. Now, you see, we won't forget the ones we've lost. We're gonna grieve together. We're gonna show pictures. We'll tell the stories. My sister and Liza's baby will live through us, not you. Remembering is our job, okay? Now, for all those people we don't know, the millions who fly every day, the ones that trust you with their lives, well, we owe it to them to fight. So, we're gonna make you pay so they don't have to. We'll see you in court.
I can tell you're disappointed.
That doesn't begin to describe it.
Adam, compromise seemed like a very good idea, but there were extenuating circumstances.
Wow. Who'd have thunk that you'd be the bearer of such compromise? You know, your heart was in the right place, but this isn't about money. We don't want to fund scholarships or build memorials.
No, we want to save lives. And in order to do that, we have to have mistakes admitted and the guilty punished.
But at least you tried.
No.
Bye.
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 Well, what do they say? You can't win them all.
They also say if you can't lick them, join them. Don't forget, we're on your side. Mr. Christopher, I know you did what you thought was right. And I have to admire you for that. But I also have to warn you. You are in for the fight of your life. Transglobal will be grounded, and Coreview will have hell to pay. Good night.
You gave it your best shot.
Well, not good enough, was it?
Miss Chandler?
Adam, Miles was right. I mean, you did your best. Tonight was really important to you, wasn't it?
Only everything I hold dear. Good morning.
I got lonely.
Oh, there
Yeah.
a couple of things needed my undivided attention. I'm almost through.
I know what you're up to.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Your heart was in the right place. Please don't let Mateo hurt you. Please don't take it personally.
He's wrong.
You tried.
Mateo's he's not thinking clearly.
Honey, he just wants justice.
There is no justice. He has to let it go.
Yeah, but you brought us all together to try to let us make peace with our losses. And I love you for that.
I just don't want any of us to lose more than we already have.
Listen, if I can't lure you back into bed, then maybe we'll dig underneath this mess together. What's in the works this morning?
Darling, it's boring. It's far from the exciting world of television.
Business is business. I can do this.
There is nothing on that desk as important to me as you. Why don't you run away with me? Just to New York. We'll do Madison Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Take in Broadway, have a wonderful, wonderful dinner, sleep till noon in a penthouse overlooking Central Park. What do you say?
Are you nuts? Say yes.
Well, it's tempting.
I haven't seen that glimmer in his eye since, I don't know, the last time he was devouring a helpless company.
Whole.
Oh, thank you both very much.
This is a man that can take a $1.50 a year salary and turn it into 7 figures before you can say leveraged buyout. Make a killing or be killed.
Well, I'm not that bad.
You're worse, but we love you anyway.
Just the way you are.
You're my favorite mogul.
It's no crime to work hard.
Or play hard.
She's right. Liza, run away with me.
I'm tempted.
I want all of New York at your feet.
No, I just don't want to bail on the transglobal thing.
Honey, I'm talking about a couple of days. We need some time together. Just you and me.
If she doesn't go, can I go?
How was Mateo this morning?
I feel like this transglobal thing is taking on a life of its own.
Well, he was pretty intense. He was upset.
He hates the runaround. He just wants the truth. He wants to get at the truth. I mean, not just for Maria and for his family.
Noble crusades sometimes destroy the crusader.
Well, I support him totally, Dad.
You know, a legal judgment from Coreview and from Transglobal is going to make him feel a lot better.
We all know that lawsuits can drag on for years, and it's not going to bring Maria back.
I'd like to drag the owner of Coreview out into the open.
You want him drawn and quartered?
No, I just want some closure so we can put this behind us.
Well, what if that's not possible? What if Mateo gets so embittered that he never has a moment's peace again?
Well, that won't happen.
You sound none too sure.
Well, okay. You know, I'm concerned a little. I mean, I'm concerned that this thing is starting to take over our lives, but I know it won't stay that way. I know Mateo won't let it stay that way. This has to be out in front right now, that's all.
You know what? You should talk to him. You should tell him how you feel. Tell him all of your fears. Honesty and the truth is the only thing that saved our marriage.
Are we a couple of lucky chicks or what?
Mm-hmm.
Cheer up, Dad. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of a rotten airline.
Let's leave today. Right now. Before the weight of this thing buries
No,
us.
we are this thing. I can't leave the others. We're bound together by the loss that we feel.
But we're bound by a lot more than that. I love you. Is it wrong to want to get on with our lives?
Of course not. And we'll go to New York. Just not right now.
You have any idea how much I love you?
It's what any dreams I have left are made of. Come on. Come back to bed.
Oh. There are a couple of things I have to finish first.
Hey, wait a second. Weren't you the guy who wanted to chuck it all and go to New York?
I came around back. You got a minute?
Can't this wait, Barry?
No. Have your meeting. I should go upstairs and get dressed.
Good to see you, Marcy.
This had better be important.
It is. I knew you'd want to hear it in person. It's about Coreview.